are showing interest in free agent running backs. And this is coming to a lot of surprise to many Bears fans. Yeah, exactly. Good. But this is coming to a lot of surprise for Bears fans who think that, we have the best damn running backs in existence. But no, huge fan of David Montgomery. He had a huge improvement year, and he is still probably going to be that main back. But we still need a true second running back. Cohen, he's a great gadget guy. He's really good at running around the tackles, but he lacks the ability to run through the tackles. We don't know if we're going to be keeping Cordell Patterson or not. We've been talking about how we've needed really that true second option. And it looks like the Bears are finally going to be interested in adding one. Some guys, people are throwing the name around Aaron Jones, which... I can't really think of a better compliment for David Montgomery. Someone with his speed, his production, really getting a core, a two-back core. You look at a lot of the teams that are successful running, they have these running back by committee groups. Look at Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette with the Bucks. The Chiefs have a good running back room. The Baltimore Ravens, all these teams have good running back rooms. They don't lean so heavily on a running back because you can keep them more fresh through the game. There's tons of benefit, and we don't have a running back under contract besides Tariq Cohen, who's making like $2 million. But some other guys that were mentioned, Kenyon Drake, Todd Gurley, Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman and Aaron Jones are probably the most intriguing to me. Maybe Kenyon Drake as well. Not too interested in Todd Gurley, but... we could use it. Our running game still needs to be improved for sure.
Yeah, it does 100%. If we're talking Aaron Jones, frankly, I don't think you'll agree with this. I think Aaron Jones would sit Montgomery. I think honestly that there is a situation there where Jones would get the majority of the touches, which is fine in my opinion. But I do really like Montgomery. I think that he's at least a top 10 back. I think that obviously, the fact that he doesn't have pull-away speed is a little bit of an issue as far as breaking off long runs. But, hey, he still managed to break off that 80-some yarder, even though it seemed like it was pushing him a little bit. But, hey, he did it. What else was I going to say? I think that the Bears certainly need to move on from just the whole Cordell Patterson running back thing. Maybe
I want to keep him. Keep him, but not a running back.
Keep him, 100%. I would love to see Cordell Patterson back. He's one of the best return men of all time. I think that he certainly is a huge weapon in special teams, not only returning on kick returns, but also as that gunner on punt formations. He makes so many tackles in that position, so he's a huge weapon. But I think that he can do well at running back, but man, it would be a lot better to have someone that's truly a fit at that position, and to have Cohen on the side, like you said, for, also as a third option, because it's great to have three running backs, but, you can mix them into certain formations, give defenses a different look. He's great for that. I think that, someone along the lines, Tevin Coleman's someone interesting to me, Aaron Jones is the best name out there, 100%. But he's gonna garner. Running backs don't get huge contracts, but Aaron Jones is definitely gonna garner the most money out of this group. I think that Kenyon Drake, like you said, is someone that'd be at least intriguing to me. There's a few other names out there, but either way, I think that it would just be good to, like you said, get someone that's gonna help take some of the load off of Montgomery. That's not Cordell Patterson. Or Ryan Nall.
Sorry for all you Nall believers out there. This podcast has been notably pretty low on him. I just remember, if you remember the second Green Bay game, the Bears marched all the way down to the Green Bay end zone. David Montgomery gets slightly injured. They bring in, the combination of Artavis Pierce and Ryan Nall, and they ran for like a combined -4 yards. And thank God Montgomery came back after that. But really, outside of Montgomery, I don't want to see Cohen take the main bulk load. That's going to be a huge issue. But having a running back room of Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, and Tariq Cohen, that would be, right at the top of the league for running back rooms. And with how much this team has missed having a good rushing threat, man, I think that would be, you know, obviously the top option. Some people are saying Aaron Jones might only get like, you know, 10 million a year, maybe a little bit, maybe even a little bit less than that, which is intriguing to me. I know a lot of people kind of write him off because of the line he had in Green Bay, which, you know, that's obviously good. But I think that having a guy like Aaron Jones where he's big enough where he can withstand some tackles, but he also has that breakaway speed, I think that'd be perfect for Matt Nagy's offense, which, you know, really tries to keep a balanced attack based on explosive plays. A guy that I'll throw in there, Matt Breida, I think would be a decent low price option. And, you know, Tevin Coleman too. I know his tenure with the 49ers didn't really go as planned, but, you know, Todd Gurley, I can't really see the benefit in adding Todd Gurley at this point. Unfortunately, his career really fell off a cliff as soon as that arthritis started hitting in. Terrible story, but, you know, it's a money game, right?
With running backs, unfortunately, I mean, it's just such a physical position that the lifespan of that position in the league has really gone down in recent years.
Yeah, and, you know, I think that eventually they're going to have to probably figure out a way to rework running backs rookie contracts, because it's almost unfair. They're the best value in football right now, and they get injured so easily, and they don't usually last their second contract. I mean, guys like Frank Gore are just a complete anomaly, and Adrian Peterson too. I mean, what they've been able to do is insane, spectacular, really. So, you know, but I think that's all that's really to be said about the running back.
Hey guys, like our video, subscribe, and check out our bi-weekly podcast on Apple Podcasts. Thanks.